Chris Richards is in Bayern red in this picture, but it's looking like he won't be in Bayern red for much longer, as a deal to Crystal Palace seems to be very close. So here is the news. We have a verbal agreement for Chris Richards. He did not go to the team preseason training, Bayern Munich's preseason training in the USA, and Bradsaw has also said that we're holding talks with Crystal Palace. Bayern Munich are holding talks with Crystal Palace over this potential deal. It looks like it could be around a 20 million euro fee for Richards, and there's also a sell-on clause, one must not forget, from his transfer from FC Dallas to Bayern Munich of around 40%. So Bayern will only be looking to get around 12 million from this transfer. So is this transfer a mistake? Should Chris Richards be sold? Well, he's not planned for the first team. This is why he was sent on loan to Hoffenheim in the first place. It's clear that boss Julian Nagelsmann is not the biggest fan of him, not the biggest fan of Richards, and maybe even the bosses at Bayern, like Salihamidzic Khan, they don't think that he could really play at that top level of Bayern, therefore it makes sense for a move. And to be honest, looking at him, it doesn't seem that he could actually ever play really at the top class level. He seems slightly too slow, has slightly too little game intelligence to be at the very top. I mean, he's been decent at Bayern, he's been decent at Hoffenheim, but at 22 years old, he shows no signs of being a player like De Ligt or Hernandez who can really command the backline and who can really play at the Champions League level. But that's not to say that he couldn't play well at Hoffenheim. He played very well there, where he couldn't play well now at Crystal Palace. I think he could be a great signing for them. And why he's a good transfer for Palace and why Bayern maybe shouldn't have sold him is that he's very versatile. For Bayern, even in the Champions League and the Bundesliga, he has played across all four positions of the back line. He's played as a left back, two centre back roles, and as a right back. And he even excelled as a right back, even though he's a natural centre back. And I think this shows his versatility. He can be a utility man. And those are always really valuable for the squad. So Crystal Palace are really gaining someone valuable here, and Bayern Munich are losing someone who could provide cover in all four of those positions. And with his experience in the Champions League and his experience now as a starter at Hoffenheim last season, he has experience of playing as a starter in that top level and even playing in the Champions League for Bayern Munich. So I think that could have been very important for Bayern. It might have been worth keeping him just for that, but Crystal Palace are gaining something extra because of that. They're gaining his experience even at a young age, and that's going to bring star quality to Crystal Palace, going to bring a winning mentality. Another reason why I think that Bayern shouldn't have sold him is that due to his American nature, he's very good for the American marketing of FC Bayern in the States. And Bayern also have this link with FC Dallas, of course. Chris Richards, of course, was a member of the FC Dallas Academy. He came through the ranks, and then through the partnership, he funneled through to Bayern. And this showed the partnership, and with Chris Richards moving on, it might be a bit of a disconnection from that partnership. But on the other hand, I think actually that it shows that the partnership works. It shows players in the FC Dallas. It shows the FC Dallas system that they're building is producing top level players. And Bayern are making a profit from this transfer, about 12 million after the sell-on fee to FC Dallas. FC Dallas are making a profit from the transfer, and also their youth program will be doing well because they'll see that top class players have a future. They have a pathway to the biggest clubs like Bayern or into the Premier League like Crystal Palace. So actually, even though him leaving might seem like it negatively affects the partnership, it actually shows how strong the partnership is and how good it is for both Bayern and FC Dallas. As for Crystal Palace, so I said that they're gaining a player who's very versatile. He has winning experience. And at 20 million for a 22-year-old, it's a pretty low fee. So I think Crystal Palace will be happy with Richards. He's a good transfer for them. And I do hope that Bayern do include a buyback clause for Richards, though, because although while he may probably not reach the top level, he could. And when he does, if he does, we want him back at Bayern when he's 25. The sell-on clause could be something like 35 million, something reasonable, something a bit extra, but still, if he's a really top-class player, it'd be worth to bring him back. And these are my opinions on the Chris Richards transfer. I actually do think that it was the right decision from Bayern to sell him, because we get some money for him. The coach didn't want him. He's already 22. He's not really going to break into that top level anymore. and we also show the strength of the FC Bayern Dallas partnership. But I also think that it doesn't mean it's a bad transfer for Crystal Palace. I think it was a very good transfer for both Crystal Palace and for Bayern. Bayern get a high fee. Crystal Palace get that player with the American marketing, and also his qualities. So I think it's a good transfer all round. Let me know your thoughts on Chris Richards. Should Bayern have sold him? Bayern hasn't sold him at the time of recording, but he might have, and this video might be called official. Chris Richards sold in the future. We'll never know. Goodbye.